Hi everybody, lovely to see you all. So I'm going to be showing you a video, and let me just see if I can get that ready. And I guess you want to see my face as well, so I'll bring that up as well. And yeah, it's basically what it says. What I'm going to do is what I put in the description. I'm going to be reacting to a video that I made 6 years ago. Now I realised it was about 6 years ago because my son has just had his birthday, and he's 15, and this was one of the cards that I made him way back when. So I'm just going to play the video, and then I'm going to try and remake it in front of you, basically, and we'll see how that goes. So hi everybody, welcome to the live. And I know this is a bit of a different one for me, but I thought, well, now I can do this whole sharing screen thing, I thought it would be really fun to go and revisit some of my videos from way back. So hi Linda, Anne, Sally Jo, Judy, Roberta, hello Lois, hi Cindy. I know this is a bit early for me. I have got a Zoom meeting tonight, but because I'm not sure how long it's going to take, and I don't know how late I'll be, I thought I'll come on and do one video, at least one video for today, and then may come on later to do another one. But I wanted to get this one in here before I have my tea, which is hopefully cooking. Hopefully my husband has put the pasta on. So there we go. Right, so let's get this started. I'm going to make sure this volume is up. I'm presuming you guys can hear me okay. There we go, let's turn this up. Right, so here we go.
The weeks have been very busy, and to be honest, having a bit of a reevaluate and taking a little bit of a step back from doing some of my social media, different bits and bobs, but I'll get back into the swing of it now. Okay, so this card is one that I made for my son. It was his birthday today, and as you can see, he was 9, and real good fun making this. I was live on Periscope doing this the other night, so I had the help of various ladies who were...
Oh, those were the days. Periscope. So Periscope is where I first cut my teeth in terms of live streaming and having people respond in real time to making cards. So this is a real throwback for me. I'd completely forgotten that this had happened, and really nice to see me doing Lego. I've done giant Lego since then, but this was like small itty bitty Legos.
And we went to the stick and had to put dimension, to use the dimensionals and things. So obviously this is mimicking a very famous toy brand that my son likes to play with, and I used a retired square punch and a retired circle punch to get these circles, and I just inked around the edges with a little bit of a brown ink pad, probably something like crumb cake or thereabouts, and stuck them down with dimensionals, and then did those ones, and then...
Hi everyone joining on the live.
Number, and the letters, these new letters are from the... Oh no, do forgive me, I've forgotten the name of it. Label alphabet, that's the one, which is great for creating your own custom lettering, and that number second is fabulous for doing birthday cards. Then just spruced it up with a little bit of gorgeous grunge, just some very bright spatters, went with primary colours, and he seemed to like it. Anyway, so it's been his birthday, and lovely birthday.
I need to have a look at it. Right, okay. Right, okay. So I'm going to pause it there, and I am going to have a go trying to make something similar. Oh, why is it not showing? Oh no, I want it to show. There we go. Oh, it's showing now. Oh, and then it disappears. Why does it do that? Okay, can you guys see it? Hopefully you guys can see it. I'm going to move that across to there, then make my bit a bit bigger so that you can see what I'm doing, and bring it there. There we go. Okay, so here I am. So I'm going to try and make something very, very, very similar. Just going to grab some card, and actually I'm going to cut it down. So one thing that perhaps I would do a bit differently is, rather than stamping it directly onto a white card base, is that I would cut a panel now that would be stuck onto a coloured card base, so that's what I'm going to do. Now obviously I don't have gorgeous grunge at hand to use. I do actually have it in my stash. I kind of never got rid of it because I really liked it, and so but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to try and make use of some stamps that are kind of in existence. Also, instead of making the little squares, I thought it would be fun to do something a bit different and maybe go for, oh, I was going to get the robots. I was going to put a robot on instead. So we're going to take the idea of those kind of like 3 large elements, and I'm going to stamp robots instead. So let's grab out this one, because I think this one is probably the one that will fit the best. And we'll go for the same colours, which I think were Real Red, Daffodil Delight, and Pacific Point. Those are really 3 great primary colours. So I'm going to go with the lightest colour first and stamp that robot somewhere in the middle. So if you imagine, I'm taking that design and I'm kind of flipping it basically. I'm turning it around so that it's a landscape design rather than a portrait one. So I'm going to pop that robot there, like so. Give that a little bit of a clean. Hi Scrapper Chick, hi Jodie. Do you keep your retired stamps and ink and use them often, or what? I don't tend to keep the inks anymore. I just will run out of space. So I tend to get rid of those. And it's very tight space here. But anyway, there it is. And I tend to just go through the retiring stamps and keep ones that I really like. So yeah, and then every so often I have a bit of a purge. I kind of, sometimes I think I'm going to keep hold of something and use it, and then I don't end up using it, so I end up getting rid of it. So, you know, if I don't use it for a really long time. So to colour in these little robots, to give them a little bit more kind of interest, what I'm going to do is get my blender pen and reactivate some of this colour and use it to colour in some of the robot there. I'm just sort of pulling in some of that colour from the detail on the robot. I think I'll just pull that in as well. I don't want to do it too much, because when you use this blender pen, remember it is water, so you have to be careful not to over wet the area. Oh, the yellow one is not showing so well. I wonder if I'd be better off with, I know I'm going to get, oh no, that's dark so saffron. Let's get, is that light? Yeah, light Daffodil Delight. I'm just going to use some of that to do some of the feet and some of the shading. There we go. So I've left the middle so it looks like he's got a bit of a sheen on him. There we go. Now I've got a feeling the Pacific Point one will be absolutely fine, because it's a nice dark colour, and yeah, there we go, it's activating it. Reactivating the ink, because they are water-based inks, so you can do this with them. Okay, cute little dudes. Right, so now to try and kind of emulate the sort of sides, the detail that I've put on the sides, I grabbed out the Rays of Light stamp set and I thought I would use a portion of this to create the little stripes that I put on the sides of this card. And also I grabbed out Nature's Prints. I found the blobs from Nature's Prints. I thought that would be perfect to emulate that. So I can see I've done the stripes in real red, so we'll do that again. It worked last time, so I don't see why it wouldn't work again. And I'm just going to ink up different areas, portions of that. There we go. And do a bit of that. Hi Susan. Oh, thank you, Sally Joe. So if you haven't seen the video that I made, me making this bracelet, you need to head to Artful Crafting, because that's my other channel that I put videos of non-Stampin' Up creations on there. So sort of jewellery and other things eventually will go on there. Hiya, Glenna! Are you not working today? Or is this your lunch break? Okay, so let me see. I can see yellow splats and blue splats. So we'll go for the yellow first. Oh, no, I do need that. What am I doing? So this is Daffodil Delight. So we want to sort of fill in some of these little areas. Yep, there we go. Now, instead of putting the number 9 or whatever number, I was just going to do like happy birthday. So I was going to see if I could fit these on. I'm not sure if I can. I don't know if it's going to be too big. Oh, maybe able to. Ooh, might be able to do it. Yay. Okay, yeah, that fits. That fits. And we could do that in blue, I think, because that I did the 9 and the 9 today in blue, didn't I? So there we go. It's kind of in keeping. So I'm going to close that. And I'm just going to clean off some a bit, because there are a few little blue splats. Let me just move my screen over a little bit. There we go. You can see some blue splats there. So just going to put a few. There we go. Just sort of overlap a little bit. It's a great thing about a good splatter stamp. You can kind of turn it around and use different portions of it, and it looks different when you use it. Hey, here's my robot. Oh, where am I going? Oh, 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 oh dear. I don't know what I'm doing. Right, I'm going to get this stamp. Sorry, this block at the ready, and I'm going to line up my stamps onto my grid paper, make it a bit easier for myself. So I'm lining the top of my stamps up with the darker line that I have here. Okay, is that about right? I think. Right, and pick that up all together. Oh, got ink on me. Love the splatter stamps. They are good. I love it when they put a splatter or a dottage stamp, because it makes it, you know, you can use it with so many other designs apart from the stamp set it came in, if you know what I mean. So I'm trying not to get ink on this where I don't want it. Oh, I'm going to have to stand up for this. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing. My camera's in the way. Oh, right. Hi, Nessa. The splat is from Nature's Prints, this one. Yeah, so the original card I made was using Gorgeous Grunge, which was around for quite a while. And, oh, too late, Roberta. Quite a while. And oh, it was just one of those stamp sets we missed terribly, because it had so many kind of fabulous grungy patterns in there. But never mind, never mind. If you've got it in your collection, please use it. And this is why it's quite fun to revisit videos, because you guys may have got those stamp sets and some of you may not have. So it's nice to sort of see a different way of using things. Right, I'm just going to grab up a quick bit of red. Now, I think this is actually Poppy Parade, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like. So I'm just going to compare then the original, oh, hold on, let's do this a bit differently. Original video. I'm just going to pop that to one side, like that. Okay. Going to show you what that looks like. There we go, guys. There's your comparison. I'm just going to move me out of the way a second, and there we go. Okay, there we have it, guys. That's my take on a video from a card from 6 years ago. Yay. Okay, now I'm going to move it on because there's more to this video that I want to share with you. So I'm going to, let me just hide my, what am I doing? My phone camera for a while. Okay, let's get this going again. Sorry, this is all a bit technical, this is. Let me, right, transition that over. Bear with, hold on. Computer camera at the top. There we go, transition. All right, so we're going to move on to the next card.
Videos, they really are what they're described to be. They are rambles. So
okay, so what I'm referring to here is the video that I'm showing you was called a weekend ramble. And so years ago, before I could do live streaming, I would just set my camera up and film myself making a card, maybe telling you some news. So if you go back 6 years ago on my channel, this is what I used to do, which was kind of a bit like what I do now, but without talking to anybody, just talking to myself in my room. So that's what the weekend ramble's about.
They're not, yeah, they're not kind of finished videos by any stretch of a mile. They are literally just me having a chat on camera and seeing what happens with.
Oh, my sound quality is not as good as it used to be. Sorry, it's not as good then. Hopefully it's a bit better now.
Pattern from Playful Backgrounds, which is a new stamp set in the current catalogue. And I'm using So Saffron, and just a few little yellow splatters across there. And I might add a few more elements. I've got Work of Art here, which is really great for creating backgrounds. Now, Work of Art is one of those stamp sets that if you take all the wooden blocks out and forget how the configuration of how to put them back, it can be a bit of a pain. So my little tip is that before you unpack your blocks, you actually get a Sharpie and you mark on the back of your stamp set where they go. It makes it much easier to kind of find their places if you ever take them all apart. Right, so I'm just going to grab a bit of paper on here. I'm creating a little bit of a kind of pocket technique.
Oh, yay, Gina, fantastic. Will you be able to make this?
It looks like out of focus lights in the back. So I'm stamping off to create a soft focus effect background.
Did I say that was Pool Party? I think I did.
Okay. Just put a little bit of Marina Mist in here as well.
Marina Mist!
Marina Mist is going to be a little bit too dark for the effect that I'm trying to create, so I'm going to stamp off.
Oh, I think I'll have to use Balmy Blue instead.
It looks like I've got a few fibres on this notepad. I'm going to try and aim for...
Oh, Tina has it as well. Excellent.
I must have been cutting some fibres ribbon near the stamp set. I've got some fibres on there. Which just happens sometimes. Okay.
So this is like a mini stamped one sheet wonder. This is just like doing pattern stamping on just a small piece of cardstock.
I think that'll be enough for the effect that I want to create. I might go in there later with some more colour. I'll see how it goes. I think I'm going to grab Night of Navy to be my really dark, almost like a silhouette effect I want to create with these flowers here. So I'm going to use this lovely daisy.
Oh, you thought it was mint macaron. Okay.
So these are photopolymer stamps, which is great because it means you can see through them. And you can do a bit of two-step stamping with these. You can mix and match colours on top of each other. So that's quite handy. So because it's a kind of watercolour effect, you're going to be able to see through some of the imagery, which is quite fun.
Oh, yeah, Carolee, good.
Go for it and see what happens. Ooh, I know, that's quite bold, isn't it? So in Welshpool today, it's been a little bit overcast. We've had the Bob Jones Memorial Air Show here in Welshpool, and it's on at the same time. Usually, now I could be wrong about this, but usually it's on at the same time as the Cosford Air Show. So we get some fantastic aeroplanes flying over. Sadly, it was a bit wet this afternoon, so I do hope that those who went down to the showground didn't get too wet. Okay, so this is another image. I'm just
Oh, who has this step?
Stamping off because I really want the
I love this set.
boldness of the image to show through here. Okay. And just add a few leaves.
You have 3 re-inkers. What, of Marina Mist? Oh my goodness, Gina. That is so cool. Scrappy Chick still has Marina Mist. Awesome. Now, when I watched this earlier, I was like, no, the stems, Ruth, the stems are too long.
The thing about photopolymer, sometimes if you don't press it evenly, you can end up missing out on a patch, but if you're really brave and you can reline it up, sometimes you can have a second chance to just line it up there, which is not too bad. Okay, so I'm getting to the point where I'm feeling that the stalk is a little bit long on there, so I'm going to just ink up part of the leaf rather than the whole of the leaf.
You all shouting me as well. Not the stems, Ruth.
Flower. So do experiment with that when you're stamping, because sometimes the stamps are all beautiful, but sometimes they might not be quite what you need them to be. So
I still say this stuff now, don't I? 6 years ago, I was saying this stuff.
Again, I'm just shorter stroke. I'm just stamping off some of that colour. I just want that little stalk tucked into there.
No, I hope YouTube's not going to do a copyright strike on me for re-showing my own videos, but this is my own video, YouTube, okay? And I'm commenting on it.
It's a bit like stamping, that's a great thing. You have a super duper amount of control as to where you can place them. So obviously it takes a bit of experimentation to get confident with placement, but the more that you look at design,
thanks, Glenna. Yeah.
Look at what works about them and question what works. You get a bit of a feel for.
Hi, Georgiana.
Something needs a little bit more doing on it, and perhaps the gaps need filling in. Right. So I'd like to just use something very.
Am I nearly finished?
Airy and fluttering now.
Am I finished? Will I bring in dottage? I don't know. Oh my goodness, this is like the pre-COVID stamp. Look at this! This is like a premonition. Thank you, Nessa. Oh, no dottage. Sorry about that, Glenna.
This is very plain, but there we go. That's distracting with all my inking in on the back there. So there we go. That's
okay, I'm going to pause that there then.
Card using various backgrounds and then a dark.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is try and recreate that. I've grabbed out all the colours. Oh, excuse me. I've grabbed out all the colours. Let's get my camera back on to show you. So can you guys actually see that in the background? I'm not I can't see that card. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, there it is. Let's make that a wee bit smaller. Okay, let's transition that down. All right, so I'm going to try and make that card now. Bring that over a little bit more. There we go. So what I've done is I've grabbed out Hello Beautiful, which has got a great amount of kind of like blobby stamps, and thought I would just go for doing a few different blobs in the background, maybe ones that are slightly bigger than what I used originally. So the original stamp set was using, oh, I just told you, was it oh, I forgot what it's called now. I've still got it actually. It's a great, because it's on wooden blocks, it's a useful one for me if I'm doing workshops with children, because it means I don't have to get loads of acrylic blocks out. So I do actually still have that one. Blooms and Wishes though, I think I said goodbye to quite a while ago. So yeah. Now I am thinking of reusing that lovely blobby one because it's got a bit more texture to it, because I think the original circles that I used over there have a bit of texture to them, and these ones from Hello Beautiful do not have much texture. So I think I started with yellow, so I'm actually going to cheat a little bit, and rather than using, I think I used lots of tiny, so that it was a stamp that had lots of tiny blobs on it, I'm going to just use a big one instead. So I'm just going to do, and I'm going to do some second generation stamping as well. So this is So Saffron. I'm using exactly the same colours. Well, I'm trying to use exactly the same colours. Sorry, that was a lie. I don't have Marina Mist anymore, so I can't use exactly the same colours, but I'm going to use Mint Macaron, which I think that's what I said. Someone said that that's what, oh, there we go. Dot background stamp. I don't think I have a dot background stamp, Nessa. No, I haven't got one of those. So, all right. So let's just pop some of this Mint Macaron around the place. And I'm kind of trying to overlap it and fill up the space that I have here. And it is really about creating just a background that you can then stamp that night of navy onto. So it's all good. It's all good. Wrong colour for COVID. Yeah. Okay, so because I don't have Marina Mist, I'm going to go with Balmy Blue. So I'm going to use this smaller blobby thing, which sort of looks like a flower if you squint. And oh, I can smell jacket potatoes, but I don't think we're having jacket potatoes for tea. I told Tom to put pasta on. I made a bolognese earlier, so that I knew I could have time to come on here. See, you still get the ramble from me. I still witter on about all sorts of things. So, oh, food is ready. I thought I could smell food. Is that the pasta I can smell? Is that the bolognese? Maybe it's coming from next door. I don't know. Okay, I think I want a little bit more So Saffron on here, so I'm just going to grab this one. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about, Nessa. Yes, it's a background die, but it's really nice to create a, what's the word I want? Stencil with. One of my teenies has got it, and she created a stencil using it. Anyway, it's basically, what I'm trying to do is just show you how to make an alternative background similar to the one that I did in that original video. And I've done this before on other videos with various other stamps. So it's not new. Well, hopefully it's not new to you if you've been watching me for about a year or so. But if if you've been watching me for over 6 years, then this won't be new to you. Okay, so oh, excuse me. Oh, just caught something in my throat then. It's you and your jacket potato. Oh, Nesta. Yes, obviously your jacket potatoes have wafted over Wales to me. Okay, so I'm going to use the Ebony Oleox, and I just think this would look fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous. Although, regrettably, there isn't a nice curvy leaf with this set, but anyway, never mind. You can't have everything. So, now, where's my Stampin' mat? I am going to bring my Stampin' mat on for this because I want a really good ink transfer. So same colour as the original card, Night of Navy. So glad they didn't retire or move this one on. Okay. Hello, Michelle. Nice to see you. And I'm wondering if that's upside down. Maybe I should have done it that way. I think I'm going to turn it around and have it that way. I love this little stamp. You have to only just tap it very gently in the ink. Don't need a lot. It's a bit dramatic, isn't it, this one? Right, now we definitely want some leaves. And this time I'm going to miss out the stem a little bit. I've got a little bit of stem, but I want to try and miss out some of those stems. And then there are these sort of two together that fit in there. Ooh, that goes nicely. Hi, Jan. Now I am inking these stems because I want those to sort of slip in just under there like that. Squeaky chair, sorry. And those come out there. Right, and then we have these tiny little sprig. Which I think could sort of tuck there. It's as if the leaf is behind there. So for those of you who've just joined me, I'm basically revisiting a video that I did 6 years ago and recreating it. So we need maybe some smaller flowers. Yay. Got a few here, so that's nice. So I am going for a slightly different design than I did in the original. I'm kind of taking into account the flowers that I do have here. So whenever you're doing this is what I would term silhouette stamping, because it's one dark colour over a bright background. Do try and be careful not to overlap the images. You see there I've caught it slightly, because they need to be able to just be separate from each other in order to kind of show up properly. So just try not to overlap too much. Draw your eye up through here a little bit, I think. Oh, I forgot about these. There are these tiny little flowers. Yay. So this is going to be the sort of the delicate element that would have been that sort of that. Where's it gone? That kind of COVID-y thing there. So this is the alternative. Little flowers going in there. Now, will I fit one in there? No, I won't. But I might be able to fit... Ooh, I could fit 2 in. So I'm just going to ink that up and clean off that stamp. So tempted to do stamp surgery. Oh, perfect. Yes. Yep. Now, am I missing? Fit that in there? No. Ooh, I wonder if I can ink up. Ooh. Taking stamps with me here. I'm going to try and just ink up the one flower on its own. Clean that off. Nice. I think I can fit one in there as well. So I had thought of coming live on Saturday, not Saturday, yes, Saturday, to make a card for my son, but I realised that I'd actually purchased a really beautiful card, which was a print of a painting of a tiger. So I didn't end up having to come and make him a card this year because I'd already purchased one. So there we go. Okay, thank you guys. I've never seen recreating before. This is very interesting. Oh, good. Do you ever die cut shapes out of fun foam and use a fun foam as a stamp? I have done that once. Oh, sorry, I've just realised I've been sitting down. Have you just been seeing the top of my head? I should have just got rid of that video. There we go. Oh, Ruth. Oh dear. Never mind. I know what. I'm going to put myself there. So I'm in the middle. Okay, so let me just have a quick look at your comments. So does that all make sense then? I hope it does. There we go, recreation. So as I said, I would probably, as I said right at the beginning, I would probably make this slightly differently now, in that I would stamp on something and then stick it onto a card base. I really like having the framing of a design. So there we go. So there's the 2 from this video. My little revisit, my recreation, my reactions as well. My honest reactions to how I used to stamp. So you can let me know if you prefer the original or if you like the new one. There we go. So yeah, let me know. So if you want to contact me, and I'm just going to move that down so that you can see my email address. There we go. If you want to contact me about any workshops or anything, please email me at ruthtrice@gmail.com. Also, that's the place where you can request a catalogue. Sorry, my words are just not coming out today. So there we go. Cool idea in revisiting older cards and recreating them. Yay! I did have fun, Linda. Yes. I wasn't sure I could do it because sometimes I just think, oh, I haven't got those stamps. How am I going to do it? So, but no, it just goes to show that you can use similar techniques, and approaches, and get some really fabulous results. So there we go. Yeah, I would probably stamp that original one a bit different. Sorry, the first one a bit differently now. But I mean, I did like it, and I had a feeling. I have a feeling that someone else quite liked it, and they also did a video. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Linda. Oh, you like this one in particular. Okay. Yeah, I love this. I do really like this stamp set. So this is Heavenly Hollyhocks. Such a cool stamp set. I don't know what, I'm going to draw out a little bit because you don't need me there. Let's get that a bit bigger. So let's just quickly go over the stamp sets then. So for the robots, I used nuts and bolts. Okay, now this is going to be leaving us at the end of the month, and I have a feeling it's actually reduced. I'm just going to have a look and just check the price of that one for you. So nuts and bolts, great little stamp set for particularly sort of children's cards. Now, I had thought of using Simply Fabulous. I didn't end up using it, but that is one that you could possibly use for this technique because it is a solid flower. So, Simply Fabulous. Biggest Wish, love that one for the happy birthday. And someone commented about maybe having a bit more of a space. I think it was Roberta. Yes, you're right. I think I could have had a bit more of a space. Just look at stuff. Nuts and bolts. Nuts, bolts. I'll tell you how much it is. Oh, it's £14. 14. That one, reduced to 14. Okay, so what else did I use? I used the Rays of Light, just sections, just the edge sections to do the stripe. And then use the splats from Nature's Prints, which is this one here. Use that splat there. Then for this one, I used different elements from the Hello Beautiful stamp set, this one here. So I used the big, that one, splodge, that one and that one. Actually, I could have maybe added a few other little bits from that, but I didn't. And then Heavenly Hollyhocks, use that in Native Navy. So the colours I used for the background of this one was Balmy Blue, Mint Macaron, and somewhere lurking is So Saffron. Where are you? Here you are. So Saffron, and then Native Navy on the top. So still a gorgeous colour scheme, really. Really good. You enjoyed it? Oh, good. Yeah, so please let me know. This is something I've never done before. Not done a throwback like this before because I've not been able to, in terms of this format. I've been able to perhaps look at a picture of something and go, oh, let's try and remake it. But this is certainly something, yeah, that I've not done before. So it might be fun also to collab with somebody. Maybe I'll ask Esther if there's something fun that we can do together. So there we go. So thank you for joining me, everybody. And I may come back later today. As I said earlier, I've got a meeting, and I'm also realising I've been going to bed very late and I need to kind of reset my clock a little bit. So I'm going to try and maybe be strict with myself and think that if I haven't gone live by a certain time, I just can't do it, because otherwise it's knocking my hours out. So Jan says definitely do this again. All right, cool. All right, I won't do it maybe not every week, but I will every so often. I'll look back and see what did I do on this day a few years ago. So this was 6 years ago today, I think. It's pretty much, you know, within a week, 6 years ago. So there we go. You're welcome. Take care, guys. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for giving me thumbs ups as well. I really appreciate it. Oh, what's that? So I'm just trying to see if. Oh, I've been seeing on other people's live streams when people super chat, they've been able to like put it on the screen. And also read the question, because sometimes people super chat questions. So I was still playing around with those widgets, trying to figure out how to use them. So there we go. This is backstage stuff that I'm trying to figure